Hello, my name is Rachel and I'm dyslexic. We are sorry we cannot be with you in person, but we're delighted that we are able to deliver this pre-recorded presentation. I'm 20 years old and a young ambassador for Dyslexia Scotland. I'm currently studying primary teaching at the University of Glasgow.
Hello, my name is Kate and I'm dyslexic. I'm 17 years old and I'm a young ambassador for Dyslexia Scotland. I'm currently in 6th year at school and I'm going on to study product design engineering at the University of Glasgow. Young ambassadors are a group of young people whose aim is to educate the public and teachers, empower children, and change people's thoughts on dyslexia. Both Rachel and I love our roles and are grateful for all the wonderful opportunities. We aim to achieve this by educating student teachers at universities and highlighting the benefits of dyslexia and the strategies that can be used to allow children in the classroom to achieve. We organise youth days where young people are invited to come along for the day, join in on workshops and meet other young people with dyslexia. The young ambassadors have also set up a website called Dyslexia Unwrapped, which is dedicated to children and young people. It provides information and support, a fun section including games, and a create and share section. Mission Superhero is an exciting professional learning resource for teachers and is aimed at children in Primary 4 to Primary 7. It is a free, short programme which enables learners to find ways of building on their strengths and to create their own superheroes to overcome their dyslexia challenges. The young ambassadors underwent training to enable them to deliver these workshops.
I am now going to share with you a piece of my own writing, which I think sums up my journey with dyslexia so far. It's called You're Wonderful, Don't Forget It. I was an ordinary girl. I never stood out. I didn't like school. I didn't like reading. I didn't like writing. No one ever thought anything of it, except me. From a young age, school was never my strong point. I used to count the hours until it be home time. I would count the days until the weekends. I would wake up in the morning not wanting to go. Not because I was bullied, not because I didn't have friends, but because the teacher didn't understand me. My parents asked repeatedly if I was dyslexic, but on each occasion were told absolutely not, as I was managing well in class. But I was identified with dyslexia at the age of 8. I was delighted and school life instantly changed for the better. The answers to all my questions were finally answered. All of a sudden, I understood why I couldn't copy from the board, why I couldn't read as quickly as my friends, why I couldn't do my times tables or remember a list of instructions. And now I knew how to solve the problems that had been part of my life for so long. At this point, I think it's hugely important to point out that my dyslexia also has huge benefits. I now knew how my brain worked, but unfortunately the one and only problem that still existed was that not all teachers understood my dyslexia. They made my life miserable. Teachers made me read out loud. I stuttered. They timed me. I was always last. They made me stand up and recite my times tables in front of the whole class. I was slower than everyone and the numbers just fluttered out of my brain. It's humiliating and embarrassing when you can't do it. Your heart rate quickens, your palms become sweaty, your brain goes blank, and you go into blind panic. You're self-conscious in front of your peers and feel different and ultimately stupid. Don't get me wrong, not all teachers are like this, and in some classrooms it felt as if my dyslexia didn't exist, as teachers just got it. Even though I've had quite a journey with my dyslexia has made me the person I am and the person I am today. I love the person I am and the opportunities and gifts that dyslexia has given me. Through my role as a young ambassador, I hope to highlight the small strategies that can make a classroom a welcoming place for a child with dyslexia. I hope in some small way I can change the life of the children who will follow me through school. I hope that I can make the words low self-esteem, worry, and embarrassment have absolutely no connection to the word dyslexia. I hope to empower children to embrace dyslexia and send the message that what dyslexia means is your brain learns in a slightly different way. It's as simple as that. I need them to believe that they can succeed and be whoever they want to be. I'm now studying primary teaching, and I want to make children's school experience better than mine. I want a classroom where everyone is understood, where every single one of my pupils can be proud of who they are. I want a classroom where stress and upset does not exist. A classroom full of children who want to be the very best they can and where there are no barriers to reaching for the stars. Dyslexia has taught me so much about people and life, and it's opened doors to wonderful opportunities. It has shaped who I am. I'm determined because of it, I'm confident because of it, and have skills that would be invisible should I not have it. I wouldn't change a single thing about dyslexia, and given the option, I would grab it with both hands. Dyslexic people are wonderful. They are smart and inspirational. They are determined and innovative. They are hardworking and entrepreneurial. So now can you see why I am proud to be the one of the 10% of people in the UK with dyslexia.
It is really important to remember that everyone with dyslexia is different. Remember that everyone with dyslexia is good at something and that different things help different people. One size does not fit all. I use text-to-speech technology. Audiobooks are really helpful for the classroom and at home. Spacing, coloured background, font size, and type are crucial when reading. It is really important for me to get extra time to prepare and complete my work and finish my exams. Topic vocabulary before the start of the topic is really useful.
Copying from the whiteboard is tricky, so I don't copy. I use my phone and take a photo. If the child does not have a device, it's important that the teacher gives the child a printout of the whiteboard. My iPad has allowed me to produce well-presented work, and spell check is a wonderful thing. Please remember it's the content of the stories that count. In primary school, starting a story was difficult for me, but if I was given a sentence starter and planned well with a mind map, then I could do it. VCOT resources and word maps and using Read Write Gold were really helpful. Read Write Gold has its own toolbar with specific aids, for example, dictionary, text-to-speech, spelling, and word bank. If children are using technology, learning Dutch typing as soon as possible is really important.
I use a non-scientific calculator for non-calculator maths papers. Having a calculator allows me to progress to more complex stages in maths. A memory jogger book, including colour-coded worked examples, provides a visual reference and a step-by-step guide. Additional formula for National 5 and higher examinations can be requested. Remembering instructions can be very tricky. Add one new instruction and the first one just falls off the shelf. So break instructions down into small chunks. Let children take a photo or print them out. Making a list or using the Reminders app on your phone helps you to remember to do things. This also applies to PE. It is really important that the PE teacher is told that the child is dyslexic. Too many instructions given too fast results in a lack of understanding, and then you cannot participate properly.
It's important to give dyslexic children thinking time and never put them on the spot to answer a question. I usually know the answer, but I just can't get it out quick enough, and that's so frustrating. The dreaded homework. This can cause a lot of stress. Some tips that can help are allowing parents to scribe or dictate or use speech-to-text technology. Audiobooks are helpful for tech that you have to read in class. Allow homework to be presented in various forms, for example, mind maps or drawings. Mind maps have been particularly useful for planning and revision. A printout, a photo, or email of homework so you remember what to do is also helpful. It helps when a teacher understands dyslexia. Life is so much easier when teachers just get it. When I have the right teacher, only the positive aspects of my dyslexia exist.
So, what can a teacher do to help? Have patience. Use different methods to teach. Dyslexic-friendly strategies benefit all learners. Listen to children and work alongside parents. This face always smiles at school, but my mum and dad know the real me. Allow time to prepare, either in class or at home. Boost confidence. Even just one solo line in the school play can be fantastic. Capture and praise strengths. Please remember to always make your comments positive, as one comment that's negative can last a lifetime. Encourage the use of technology from an early age. Sit dyslexic children with a supportive peer and children of the same academic ability. Let children present their work in various ways. A mind map or picture can hold just as much information as a written passage. Keeping your classroom the same each day with resources in the same place makes the classroom an easier place to be in, as it frees up working memory and therefore reduces stress. When dyslexia is not addressed and managed correctly, it can manifest in behaviour issues, such as avoidance, withdrawal, or acting out. And always remember to ask the child what works best for them. Remember to make full use of the Dyslexia Scotland website and Call Scotland websites. They have lots of useful information and resources and are always happy to help.
A child having dyslexia is almost as common as a child wearing glasses. If we removed a child's glasses, they wouldn't perform well in class. The same applies for dyslexia. If we remove their strategies, they too will not perform as well in class. Dyslexic strategies should be viewed in the same way as glasses for a child who requires them.
If you encounter roadworks on your journey, it is very unlikely that you will turn back, go home, and decide not to go out until the roadworks have cleared. It is much more likely that you would find an alternative route by which you could reach your destination. People with dyslexia may experience difficulties throughout their journey, but it is so important never to give up, as there is always alternative routes and methods to reaching your goals. And very often, the alternative route is much more fulfilling.
I hope we have given you an insight into our role as young ambassadors for Dyslexia Scotland, our learning journey with dyslexia, and our key message that we aim to continue to spread. We would like to congratulate anyone receiving their awards today, and we hope this will allow you to make your classroom a welcoming place for all children. I think dyslexia is just a way of learning, and not a learning difficulty, as if you teach in the way that my brain learns, then nothing is difficult. Thank you for listening to us, and always remember, when we work as a team, anything is possible.
Thank you.